Welcome. I'm here today at Atlas Production Studios. This is where I do a lot of my work for the behind the scenes stuff, like my new upcoming platform where I'm going to be offering belly dance classes and live tutorials and webinars and all kinds of cool stuff. It's called Rocks Online, and we hope to be launching early next spring. So maybe by February or latest March. So lots of great fun stuff there. So in that process, we also plan to be doing a whole lot more of these kind of fun behind the scenes photos and videos where I'm going to share some of my tips with you guys, tips of the trade and what have you. So if you like this video, then go ahead and, like me, like the page, subscribe, share it with your dance friends and what have you there so that I can make some more content for you guys. So since we're here today working on a photo shoot and a video shoot, it occurred to me that I was never a professional model, and I kind of learned just by trial and error and being in the business long enough to do photo shoots. So there are some tips that will help you to get great photos and help you to feel a little bit more confident behind the camera. The first one, it's really, really important that you have a little bit of a chemistry with the photographer. So, and I don't mean like some kind of sparky chemistry, I just mean it has to be somebody that you trust, somebody where you have a little bit of feedback. I have worked with photographers who say absolutely nothing and give me no feedback, and I don't know if what I'm doing is good. I don't know if I like what, I don't know if they're liking what I'm doing. So you need to, it's kind of like when you're dancing for your audience, you want to feel some energy. You want to feel that your audience is liking what you're doing. So I kind of learned this the hard way, but now I will absolutely never photograph with somebody, with a photographer that does not make me feel good about myself. So you definitely want to feel that out and make sure you pick somebody who just can be like, wow, that's looking great, you're looking great, and then also give you some real feedback, like, hey, maybe let's tilt your body this way, and that they can also be interactive with you and show you the photos as you are going. And if they're not like proactively saying to you, hey, come over here and check this out, you would be able to say that, like, hey, can I check these out? Can I see how it's going? Because it's really important to look at the images and see that you also like the way that you're looking and the angles and the way that the light is hitting you. So I think it's definitely a collective process. So I think it's also important to make sure you're working with a photographer who is open to that. So very, very important thing that I've learned. Second tip that I would like to share with you would be take some time before you do your photo shoot to practice. So get in front of the mirror at home, the bathroom mirror or whatever, your dance space, and play around with angles. And I'm gonna show you a couple of my favorite ones that always save me no matter what's going on, because our bodies change, our bodies fluctuate. If you've ever had a baby or you've gained weight or you've lost weight, your body's not always going to look the same in a photo shoot. So a couple things that have always helped me, the one that I call is the sit. I like the sit because depending on your shape, so for me, I want to enhance my hips. I want to enhance my curves a little bit more in the hip area. So the way that I like to do that is called the sit, what I call the sit. So you're going to sit like this and you're going to kind of push your hip to one direction or the other. So now, as you see, if I move around and shift around, you can see how that looks different from all the different angles, right? And then I can come over here. It's kind of like your figure eight. But of course, now the photographer is going to do his or her magic and catch that angle just perfectly where you're going to see the waistline and the hip pushing out. This is a really, really effective technique for getting some great, great curves. Take your time with it. Play around. Try it on both sides. Add some arms. And then you'll start to see and learn which one of those angles really works for you. And then you can bring it back in your next photo shoot. Also work on long lines. So the sit kind of shortens your legs. So this is what I say is nice for like a 3/4, maybe not a full body, because it will shorten your legs. So then if you want to get full bodied, really long, beautiful lines and extensions, you want to bring those arms up and do one where you take one leg nice and long. Because one of the hallmarks of a dancer is being long, right? And that really has nothing to do with how long you actually are. You can make yourself look extremely long if you're working your lines. So you think of lines of infinity, energy running off your arms and your legs to infinity, right? So again, play around, find the light. That's the one thing the photographers will always tell you and share with you, is to find the light. So you can do these beautiful angles into the light. So those are just a couple body techniques that you can use. And from there, the sky is the limit. Just play around, but just be mindful that if you're ever kind of in this sitting position, you're going to end up looking shorter, so that you maybe want to just think of from here up, and then you want to also get those full body lines. You also want to think of your, cropped in images, your face shots, and you want to get, everybody says they have a good side, so just be mindful of what your good side might be, but don't be too shy and nervous to play, because that's how you find good shots. Yeah, so move your face, play around, get that chemistry with your photographer. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by and hearing some of my tips for photo shoots. I obviously have many more tips than that. Lots of things that I do for my priming and prepping before a photo shoot, like makeup and body rituals and all kinds of great stuff that I'd love to share with you guys, and I will be sharing on the platform and on some upcoming tutorials and YouTube videos, so stay tuned.